Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And I want to thank you guys for all the support that you've given me on this channel. It's been fantastic. I've had a great time out here in LA, and it's going to be hard leaving my daughter tomorrow and headed back east. But we've had a great time. I think the kids are actually a little bit worn out. They're kind of being couch potatoes. And I just wanted to go out and stretch my legs. Because, you know, as you get older, you know, I look around here and stuff these kids are over here doing. It used to be so easy, you know, to go ahead and play some sports, run around, play football and basketball and everything. But as you get older, you start to get more aches and pains and things and nagging injuries that kind of linger. You know, sometimes your back will go out of whack. And you just can't function right. You know, you gotta start taking more and more Advils. You gotta see the doctor, and you have to learn to kind of take it easy and also how to work through the pain. Our Dallas Cowboys season wasn't the season that we wanted last year. And you can point to a lot of different areas where I kind of equate it to having a fire. In order to have a fire, you have to have three things. You have to have a heat source. You have to have fuel, and you have to have oxygen. And if you don't have one of those three things, it's impossible to have a fire. And that's kind of like how it was for our Cowboys last year. We had some things that if we didn't have one of them, we would have had a fire. We would have been in the playoffs. And you could look and say, Zeke Elliott being suspended, or Sean Lee being injured and not having backups, or Tyron Smith. There were areas that if one of these things hadn't happened, we'd been in the playoffs. And I believe that this season, there's no key piece than Tyron Smith. Now, the Cowboys have planned as best they could with Cameron Fleming, who has experience blocking for Tom Brady, who's our third tackle, who won't be as big a drop-off as it was for Chaz Green, who was playing guard and tackle, who was completely lost. But make no mistake, our season went south when Tyron Smith missed those games, as well as the games he was playing with that you could tell he was not the same player. Taking care of Dak Prescott's blind side, opening holes. Well, Zeke Elliott wasn't there for a lot of those, but opening holes for our running backs is key. Because our offense is predicated on that run. Whether you believe in Dak Prescott or not, it wouldn't matter who's there. If you look at 2014 with Tony Romo, and everybody says how great Tony Romo played. Yes, he played great, but part of the reason why he played so great was we were leading the NFL in rushing. DeMarco Murray had over 1,800 yards rushing. And when you have that ability to rush the football, when you have time, you're going to pick apart defenses. You're going to be able to make plays. An average quarterback will be able to make plays. If you give him 6 or 7 seconds with even subpar wide receivers, eventually somebody's going to come open. And that was the problem we had last year. We had guys not getting open, and we didn't have time. Those two things together don't work. Now, Tyron Smith, I mentioned before during this offseason, looked like he had toned up even more. Not that he needed to tone up, but his body definitely looked in better shape. Here's one of the things that I know from personal experience, okay? I've got two bad knees. I've got a knee that's so bad that, and I've actually shared this video before when I'm actually at my orthopedist, and he's going through the x-rays of my knee, and it's like 4 different views. And as he goes through from the side of the front view to the side view, and he's seeing the bone spurs that are there, he's seeing the lack of cartilage, he's seeing basically no meniscus at all. And he's basically saying, you're screwed up. And there's not much we can do about it except for a knee joint replacement, but you're too young. He said, but the best thing you can do is every pound that you lose, this is key, every pound that you lose is 4 times what you lose on your knees. So if you lose 10 pounds, it's like taking 40 pounds off of every step pound that you make. That's a lot when you think about the course of a day that I walk anywhere from 6,000 to 15,000 steps, and I need to lose some weight. But for Tyron Smith to lose that weight, it's less pounding on the knees, on the hip, on the back, and it's also strengthening the core of the body. Doing the yoga and things like that, it's also developing more flexibility in things, because the more you stretch, because I know when my back starts flaring up, the worst thing I ever did was sleep on it. Oh, I'm just going to sleep and wait till it gets better. It just got worse. But what I start doing when my back starts acting up is I actually do more and more stretching to try and loosen it up, to try and let those joints kind of open up a little bit, and hopefully let some of that lactic acid or fluid and everything else take plenty of Advil. I've learned how to deal with it and continue to go, because believe it or not, guys, I'm constantly in pain. But I can't stop. I've got to keep on going. And for me, if I don't keep going, then it's going to get worse. But Tyron Smith is learning these things now that he's getting older, and learning how to deal with the pain and things like that. And hopefully, he stays healthy, because he truly is the key to our offensive line. And this team is really going to go as far as Tyron Smith can help them go. I don't know of any other player other than Sean Lee that is so critical to everything. He's critical to Zeke Elliott running the football. He's critical to Dak Prescott, keeping him upright. He's critical to Dak Prescott to give him enough time and enough comfort that he can worry about who's open, as opposed to ducking like he had to against Atlanta. Today is the blue and white scrimmage. It'll be at 7 o'clock Central, so that's 5 o'clock here. Tomorrow night, I'll actually be at the airport, so I won't be able to live stream tomorrow night. So what I'll probably do is do a live stream at 5 o'clock tonight during the blue and white scrimmage, and I'll watch it on online, so that way we can see what's going on with that. I would love to have headed up to Oxnard, but my daughter is just worn out, and she's like, "Dad, I really want to spend more time with you. You're going back tomorrow." And you know how that is, and it's true. I've got all season for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know when I'll get to see my daughter again. So guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. It is beautiful out here. The skies have opened up at home, so hopefully we're not getting any more rain, and the dam that was about to bust won't. To be young again. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys later.